Welcome back to our continuing introduction to Kinesiology 750, Athletic Training and Pedagogical Studies. In this presentation, I'm going to give you kind of like the 30,000 foot view of our course, talk about your textbooks, course schedules, and my expectations for you to be successful in our class. Hopefully by now you know that this is a 3-unit course. It's 8 weeks in length. That's what I have here. This class will go until December 11th, and we'll all be ready to celebrate by the end of the fall semester, because we're pretty tired by the time the end of the semester gets here. Not only because of classes and all our work that we do, in addition to you guys being students and working as athletic trainers. I have my information here on the syllabus. You can actually see it on the syllabus, office hours. I'm usually here on campus Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. I have there 9 to 11, then 1 to 4. I'm here earlier than that. I'm here sometimes on Mondays. But if you happen to be in the area and want to stop by, let me know. If you need to talk about stuff in your local, let's set up a time that we can talk about the class. Here on campus on East Hall, room 231. I have my office number and my cell number. If you do call me, or if you call me on my cell between those time limitations there, probably won't answer. I usually don't answer phone from numbers I don't know. But leave me a message and I'll return your call. You can also text me. I'm pretty good at text, and I'm good at email. I'm here to help you through this class. This is a different type of class than other classes in that we're learning about how to teach, as we talked about in some of the earlier presentations. We talked about the big questions and all that stuff. You can review all that fun stuff on your own. Let's talk about our textbooks. We talked about this a little bit already in one of the earlier presentations. The Bain, what the best college teachers do. The other, it's not really a textbook, it's a PDF file that I'm providing you. It's in the course documents. So we'll go over this later in our class. It's by Dr. Fink, a self-directed guide to designing course for significant learning. We'll talk about how to do that. Because one of the things we'll talk about in this class is how do you actually develop a class to teach. We'll also talk about how to develop a lesson. You'll actually do that in one of your assignments in this class, is actually develop a lesson. But this particular guide by Fink is part of his book that he provides parts of it on his website, so I provide that and we'll talk about that. Other excellent resource from Dr. Widener. I'm not sure if I'm saying his name right. He's at Ball State University in Indiana. Excellent professor. He's done a lot of research in clinical education, and so he, along with other colleagues, wrote an excellent book in 2009 called Athletic Trainer's Pocket Guide to Clinical Teaching. In that book, it provides a lot of good information on how do we teach on a clinical setting. Only problem with it's a little old. It needs to be updated. It's from 2009, so it does need some updating. Some other materials that I have for you to use, and I'm not going to go over each one of these. That's what these are. I have all these articles in our course documents or in the athletic training file. So let's go ahead and go to class. So we're in our class. So we have these athletic training education articles. So I have a bunch of different articles here that you can use for different assignments in our course. Some of these you may have seen already with evidence-based practice articles, but I have some other education articles here. The course documents. As I'm recording this is before the class is open, so this may be changed just a bit when you get into class, but it may add some stuff, but some other helpful materials for you. And then I have this reference link here. If you click on it, it's a wiki. Not sure why that's doing that. I didn't want that to happen, so maybe it's because I'm in the sorry, that didn't work the way I wanted it to work. So sorry about that. There, when you click on that wiki, that reference wiki, it should bring up a list of a whole bunch of other articles that you can use for our class. Some of them are here. Again, these are materials that I've referenced in our course. So our assignments for classes, we've talked already about these low-risk assignments, which are not worth any points, but are really important for our interaction in classes, in our class, sorry. We'll have various learning activities that are designed to test your learning. They'll either be forums, or there'll be written papers that you turn in to me. So you'll see that we have one this week, and you can see the directions in Moodle for that learning activity. Again, they're designed to hopefully get you to understand the material in a different way. And I'm going to have a separate presentation on the choice assignments and the scenarios in athletic training education. I'll have a different one for that. And for this best of the best form. So, and I also have another one for the choice signature assignments. So, I just realized I have a mistake in this syllabi that's here. This should be here, and that should be there. So, that should be there, and that should be there. Anyways, I'll have two separate. This is one assignment, and then this is another assignment. So I'll have two separate presentations for those particular learning those assignments there. And you can also read all the information I've provided you in the syllabus. I do think it's very necessary for you to read all this material that I've provided you. I'm going to try to go over it in a presentation like this, but you should also read it because maybe you learn through reading, or maybe you learn through hearing. So that's why I try to provide it in different ways. All right, and hopefully I don't make you sick by doing this. Let's go to our class schedule, which is going to be in the last page here. So is our tentative class schedule. What are we doing in our class? Let me explain how I have put the schedule. It's pretty much like all my other schedules that I have in my classes. But one thing I've added here is the big question. What's the big topic? What's the big ideal that we're trying to get to for that week? Like right now, the lesson that we're going through is, what is this class about? The topic for that is the introduction to the class. And the other one is, what do the best college teachers know about how we learn? And then we're going to talk about deep learning. We talked about that a little bit already earlier in presentations. And in this column, I have the chapters that you are assigned to read. So Bain book is B and Widener book is W. So for week 1, you should be reading chapters 1 and 2 in Bain, and in Widener chapters 1 through 4. And then I have the assignments that you have. And so you can look through what we're going to do through the week. You'll notice here in week 6 we have Thanksgiving. Your choice assignment is due on the 22nd. And then we'll have a threaded discussion Your initial post is due on Tuesday, but then on Thursday, Thanksgiving Day, all the way through that Sunday, I really would like you just to take a break as much as you can, and then we'll come back and complete that threaded discussion through the next week on Thanksgiving week. And let's do our last thing in our class, or in this particular presentation, is my expectations of you. This is all similar to my other classes, but we are an 8-week course. This is a 3-unit graduate class, just like any other 8-week course that you've taken, at least from me. You should expect to work anywhere from 15 to 30 hours per week during coursework. It might not be that much. Just depends on how long it takes you to write and read. This class probably has too much lecture in it, but I didn't know how else to communicate some of the things for this class other than this, with being an online environment. So we have lectures you need to listen to, textbook chapters to read, you'll have papers to write, you'll have forum responses and those type of things. So give yourself the time in your schedule for the time to be successful in this class. If you haven't figured out yet, the signature assignments do take a significant amount of work. Start working on those now. Don't wait till the last minute to do those. If you wait till the last minute, you will not pass this course. That's the reality of it. That's their signature, which is another way of saying significant assignment. Other way to be successful is stay in communication with me via your FPU email, or when I make class announcements, because where I post my announcements in class is here in the course announcements. I'll post a lot of announcements in here, so you should check that. They should be emailed to you after I post them, so that's one of the reasons why I want you to check your FPU email regularly and go into the class. In this class, you're going to be in the forums and watching these videos. You can watch the videos that I have in class in YouTube. I do have a YouTube playlist for this class, so all the videos for this class are already in YouTube, and so you can watch them. If you want more information about that, post it in the Q&A forum, is where I like, as you know, where I like you to post your questions in class, and I'll happy to give you the link. But you should be able to get to the links from the different videos I have in class. Please read the directions and follow the direction assignments. If you're not sure, please ask. Please ask your questions in the forum, the Q&A forum. If you're still not sure what I expect, maybe we need to set up a time just to talk on the phone through it. I'm here to help. I want you to be successful in this class. This class is about teaching. I'm trying to model what the best college teachers do. I want to make sure that you're clear on what my expectations are and what the assignment expectations are, because I want you to be successful. I want every student in this class I love every student in class to get 100 on every assignment. So if you're not sure, ask. If you're not sure why your grade was a certain way, don't put that in the forum. Ask me questions about that personally through email or text or call, those type of things. We're all here to help one another. That's one of the things that you'll see in the textbook that we're trying to do, is develop a learning environment where we can be a community of learners that we're learning from one another. So that's another reason why I like to use the Q&A forum to help one another. All right, I've talked too much in this particular presentation, and good luck in course. I look forward to learning along with you.